So we know that WWE 2K26 will not release on the Xbox One or PS4. Today in this video, I'll be going over why this is the best thing that 2K has done in a long time. And I'm going to give you many reasons why. So if you enjoy this video, it's going to be nice to record. Always remember to smash that subscribe button to the flip channel, and let's get into this one. So like I just said, we know that the PS4 and Xbox One will not be on WWE 2K26. Or I meant it should be the other way around, but you know what I mean. WWE 2K26 will not release on the old-gen consoles, and this was the best thing that could ever happen. Of course, we know that the Xbox One and the PS4 are nearly 12 and a half years old. And a lot of people do play on them, with the PS5 only just becoming the most played PlayStation console right now in current time over the PS4. The PS4 was more active than the PS5 still until early 2025, which 5 years into its lifetime, or just over 4 years into its lifetime, sorry, it's actually quite worrying. But now we can see the big difference. Of course, where PS5 went on a big Black Friday sale, same for Xbox and Xbox Series X and S, we have seen the massive decline of the PS4 and Xbox One, now not being used that much anymore. And now, of course, Xbox and PlayStation begging their users to buy the new generation consoles and move on from the old gen, as games will not be released on that console anymore due to the higher FPS on the newer consoles and better graphics. And 2K have jumped on that trend, the right time. With 2K26 releasing in March 2026, in a couple of months, just over a month's time, this is the best idea. This year, if they would have released it on PS4 and Xbox One, this game would not be worth buying. There's a lot of reasons why. One, a lot of people already think that the 2K games for WWE are very similar every single year. I disagree, because I feel like what much can you change with a wrestling game, of course, because wrestling, you're just fighting all the time. There's nothing really different. Two, it would be no different graphics. And you look with the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, what we got promised by Xbox and PlayStation on how these consoles would be the next big thing and how they would lead us into a great generation. But now they're still supporting the PS4 and Xbox One nearly 6 years into the into the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S console lifetime. So it shows you that they're not really that believing in the new consoles that much anymore. So this is the perfect time, with only a couple of years before the PS6 and the brand new Xbox release, which is rumoured to be between 2028 and 2030. It is finally time to move on from these two consoles. It is already overdue their time. They've stayed here too long. This should have stopped supporting in probably 2024 when you think of it. The PS3 still got a lot of updates until about 2020, of course, where the PS4 nearly had all its lifetime. But it was very different back then. The PS3 was still getting loads of games and stuff, but there wasn't a big difference between the PS3 and PS3 and PS4, And I still think that it overstayed its time, It doesn't get any updates anymore. I think updates actually stopped in like 2018. I think it had its final update in like 2019, and it was never updated again after that. But I look at it now, and we just have to move on. I know we do support old-gen consoles for a long time. Of course, Xbox and PlayStation have already showed that they do that. Same goes for Nintendo, who are still supporting the old Nintendo Switch that released back in 2018. They are still supporting it with all the new games coming out, which is quite surprising, to be fair. But this was the best thing 2K could have done in this moment of time. If you actually look at the difference, we look at the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, the two best consoles that you can get on the market right now, with both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X running at 120 FPS. Of course, the Xbox Series S running only at 60 FPS. That is the cheaper version, though, for people that can't afford the Series X. The Series X and the PlayStation 5 are two amazing consoles, but we've not seen their full potential yet, of course, with many games holding the console back. And that same goes for WWE 2K, If we look at, I'm sorry, I just realised how bad I explained that. I meant like the PlayStation 4 and the old-gen consoles holding its potential back. I think now is the perfect time where, if we especially look in WWE 2K, of course, that's released in March, we will see the difference between new-gen and old-gen. Old-gen, even last year, when I turned on 2K25 for my PS4 one time, it sounded like a jet engine. It sounded like it could not run that game, because we are releasing these games on the old-gen consoles when they physically cannot run the hardware and the FPS level of these games, and how much they have to consist and the storage and everything. They can't do it anymore. These consoles cannot physically do it, which is what the PS5, there's so much to say. PS5 and Xbox Series X were made for. They were made for this. They were made to carry on and go into the new time. But we are finally going to see a difference. With a lot of people saying since like WWE 2K22 all the way up to WWE 2K25, we have not seen a difference in gameplay due to the PS4 and Xbox One still getting supported for every single game. And if we look at the other games, if I look at the other consoles, the PS4 and Xbox One, there's no difference. Every year it's the same game. And you could definitely see a graphic difference between the PS5 and PS4 now. But we've already been told that the PS4 is holding back the true potential of these games, especially 2K20, 2K25, whatever you want to say, WWE 2K, you know. It's holding it back so much. So like I've just said, this year will be the year we will finally see the big change in WWE 2K. A lot of people refuse to buy the new games every year because they say it's a waste of money, it's the same game. And a lot of people can have that excuse. Of course, like I've said, WWE games, they don't change very much over the years because it's a fighting game. You can't change too much. It's not like a Fortnite, like a GTA, nothing like that. It is very different. This is just stuck to one genre and it cannot change, you know. There's not many side quests, it's not an open world game. You just do the same thing, you know. And they were trying to add new modes, but I've heard from 2K, these new modes would not be able to work on the PS4 and Xbox One due to how much FPS and how much hardware it would put into the game to try and run this. So they finally realised that we can't release on PS4 and Xbox One anymore. And I think PlayStation and Xbox have agreed with that as well. They've realised that it's time to move on. So it is time to focus on the new-gen consoles. Show their true potential. Show why we're spending so much money with the prices going up this year from 65 to 70 Great British pounds. Showing that the prices are going up yearly. We're just not realising it that much. Just by little amounts, you'll slowly see it. But the reason why we're paying this much money for a game that a lot of people claim is the same thing every single year. 2K, it's your time. Show us why we buy this game. Show you why we should buy this game. And show you what the true potential has been waiting for since WWE 2K22. Because we have been held back so many years by these old gen consoles. And for new gen users like me, being on a PS5 of course, it's time to show us what you're really made of. It's time to show us why 2K games are the big thing and why they are still in the game in fashion to still play. And maybe, just maybe, you could make a comeback to the top before GTA 6 comes out, because that will go nuts. But yeah, what do you think, guys? Was it the right decision that WWE 2K26 will not be on the PS4 or Xbox One? In my opinion, best decision ever made. I just think it had to be done. It should have been done last year. I said this. WWE 2K25 should have not released on the PS4 and Xbox One. It held back that game. That game felt really nice. It was a smooth game. But it just could have been so much better if you took it off the PS4 and Xbox One. And I played it on the PS4. It was so bad. So clunky and so slow. It was unplayable. It was really unplayable. And if you were a PS4 player trying to play WWE 2K25, saying it's for Xbox One, I actually feel bad for you. I do feel bad for you. I didn't realize how bad it was. So please buy a PS5 or Xbox Series X. Even a Series S I can take. Please buy one of them new gen consoles. It's so worth it because you're going to get the best gameplay ever. But again, what do you lot think? Was it the right decision that PlayStation and Xbox have taken WWE 2K26 off the PS4 and Xbox One, of course? Again, like I've already said, best decision ever. Comment down below what you think. But thank you for watching the video. It has been nice to record. Always remember to smash that subscribe button to the my channel. And I'll see you all day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.